Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So I'm pretty sure you've done this before. I don't think I really need to explain it. Just like to remind people this is not an exact science. Sometimes you gotta stretch it outside the box a little bit. And we communicate the best way we can. He's excited. He's very excited. Hang on. So if something doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, ah, I know what he's talking about. He's like over the top excited, like brrr. He's doing kind of like this, like I'm so excited. I don't know if he used to do something similar to that. I'm so excited I get to tell you one more time I love you. And it won't be the last, but I get to tell you again and again and again. Guess how much I love you. Let me count the ways. So is there something similar to that he used to say to you, or that was something that was in a book um, when you were young, or maybe you just read a book like that to your child, or a child recently? He is so excited. He's singing. Oh gosh, you don't want me to sing. That'll scare you. Every little thing's gonna be all right. Is that on a commercial? I'm gonna be all right. Do, do, do. It is on a commercial. It's like a cruise commercial or something. Don't worry, something, something, because every little thing's gonna be all right. I'm not gonna try to sing. You didn't pay to get your ears hurt. So when you see that commercial on TV, and I've seen it a lot, and I don't know what channel it's on, or know that that's going to be a sign from him, or if you just hear, you could be walking through the store and somebody will say, everything's going to be all right. It's still a sign from him. You could see it on Facebook. You could hear it see it in a movie. See it on a picture as you're walking through the store and you look to your right and go, why do I feel like I need to look over here? And there could be a picture that just says every little thing's going to be all right. So he is there watching out. Absolutely. He showed me a big cigar. So did he used to smoke something besides a cigarette? It looks like a big fat cigar. Not like a long straight one. Like a big, I don't think it's a left-handed cigarette because it looks way too big, but it looks like it's made of leaves. But instead of being long and straight, it's kind of, oh, good grief, that's a poor example. It's kind of fat in the middle. So I'm not sure what he's trying to show. Just keep that in mind. There's always a reason for whatever he shows or says. They never waste their energy. They don't waste a message. He's getting a little serious. He goes, I do care for you. Why would you doubt me? I do care for you. I still do. Trust it. Oh, and most days I draw a card for myself, and these are my release cards. These are my favorite because it tells me what I need to let go of or what I need. Anyway, look what mine was today. Surrender to trust. So he pointed at this card. He says, you need to trust. Trust in him, trust in the process, trust that he's still there with you and loves you. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. That was mine. I just drew a few minutes ago. But he wanted that for you too. He keeps saying, trust the process, trust the process. So there's something that's going on that needs to play out. And there's, no matter what it is, know that there's a lesson in it for you. There's something you or somebody around you needs to learn from it. So whatever that process is, and it's a, I don't want to say psychological process. It's a spiritual process. I can't think of what word I need to use. There's something you need to learn for your spirit, for your soul, and for your life path, for what you're going to be doing next. So kind of look at everything. Well, you don't have to look at every single thing like a lesson, but most things most things that happen to you, or most things that people say to you, or somebody hurts you, or you get fired from a job, or there's always a reason for it. You could get fired from a job because there's a way better job out there that warms your heart, that you would have never been brave enough to step forward for if you hadn't been fired. So being fired, and I'm just using that for an example. I'm not saying you're getting fired. Being fired can be a really good thing, even though it might seem horrible at the time. So, hey, now he's talking about the smell of smoke. Well, he showed that big fat cigar looking thing. I can't even call it a cigar. But he's also talking about the smell of smoke. So you should get a little whiff of smoke sometimes, and you can be in your car, you can be in the store, you can be outside, doesn't matter where you're at. Well, now if you're outside and somebody's burning leaves next door, that didn't count. But you get this little whiff of smoke, you can be sitting in your living room and know that that's a sign from him. And any sign that he leaves, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more if you want more. If you need help with whatever the situation is that he's discussing, ask him for help. What would he have been good at helping you with this if he was still here? I always tell people, don't ask Uncle Joe for help with financial stuff if he didn't have a pot to piss in here, because he didn't quite understand how it worked here. So it would be better to ask them something that they understood when they were here, so they understand what they need to help you do or find or bring to you. I asked my mentor one time, I said, well, aren't we just like super smart once we get up there? And she goes, nah, it doesn't work that way. We're not instant geniuses. Well, crap. I'm not here either. Okay, so I don't know. I try to get him to do a couple things to validate for sure that it's them. He keeps going like this, and he's talking about over the rainbow, which the Wizard of Oz is a big sign for me, for my dad. But then it looks like a bridge arch, and then it looks like a rainbow, and then it looks like a bridge arch, and then he's flipping them back and forth and back and forth. I know here in my town, we have a bridge that's shaped like that. Goes over the Missouri River. It's right where I go every night, and I can see it, and it lights up at night. They have fiber optic lights in the arch. Oop, went way out of this. So I don't know if he's talking about something like that, or if he's actually talking about two different things, a rainbow and a bridge with an arch. Why he's mentioning them, he's not saying. They don't always explain. I want you to know that you can be happy. He says life is not exactly like a box of chocolates. He says because you don't always just pick and guess and be surprised when you bite into it, you can decide it. You can decide it instead of just grabbing and picking and getting whatever you get. That makes sense. I've never heard him explain it like that before. That's pretty cool. Go out and grab and get the exact chocolate that you want. Don't wait to just pick one and go, Okay, well, after I bit into it, I kind of halfway like it, or I spit it out. I'm not even sure what Forrest Gump meant by the box of chocolates. That's how stingy I am. So he's mentioning first he said hair, then he said hairy. We stink at names, so just take that with a grain of salt. He's trying to validate somebody that's up there with him. So it's at least a male with an HHA name. Somebody that was very close to him, could be related, but I'm not getting the relationship feeling like it was brother, father, uncle. Somebody he was close to here. More than an acquaintance. And there's a reason he's validating this person. So somebody needs to know that he's validating that he's seen or with or, excuse me, hanging out with this person. Guess how much I love you. Let me count the ways. Over the moon and back. And you need to learn to be always happy. He starts wobbling his head. You need to learn to be always happy. Always happy. There's always something you can find happy. Happy, happy, happy. He says, even if it's just you looking outside and seeing, oh, look, the sun's shining. Be happy about it. And share that with others. Trying to get him to tell me about the great grandson, other than every little thing's going to be all right. Now he just keeps saying over and over, and I don't know if this is something you guys used to say, or what it has meaning with. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Amen. I don't remember. We used to say that way back in the days. I don't know what he's referring to. It's almost like he wants you to lay down and rest. I want you to lay down and rest. Now I lay me down to sleep. You will be divinely protected. You will be okay. You need some rest. Lay down and take a nap. Let your guides help you while you're asleep. And that's the easiest time for them to do it, when we're not resisting it or blocking it or something like that. You are a beautiful person. Trust that. Trust the process. I don't think that came from him. I think that was one of your guides. Don't ever be afraid to stick your foot out and take another step and do something new to move forward. Don't stay stuck in the rut. Don't be afraid to step forward, even if it's baby steps. Okay, so he's talking about making some noise in your kitchen. Usually they'll show me like what kind of noise, so you know what to listen for. Some kind of noise in your kitchen. Well, it's like the last 2 or 3 days. I could be like in the living room, and my old man and I were sitting in the living room watching TV and heard like something drop in the kitchen. It's like, who's here? It's happened 3 times within the last 3, 4 days. They're not allowed in my house. unless they present themselves. My house is pretty clear. I sage, I do all that stuff. I make rules. So if he does something in your kitchen that scares you, tell him. I don't like that, Grandpa. It scared me. Because actually, just had that bang again this morning when I was there by myself. Don't know who it is. Don't know why they're doing it. Don't know why they're in my kitchen. But no, when you hear the noise in your kitchen and there's nobody else in there, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, ask him to bring you more signs. If you don't like that sign, if it scares you, bothers you, or whatever, tell him so. And because they're not there to scare you. I go to cleanse people's houses and they'll go, "My house is haunted." And I go, "No, just Grandpa trying to get your attention, trying to let you know that he's still around." It's usually pretty simple. People just make it out to be a whole lot worse than what it is. Some of them are. Most of them are just your loved one trying to rattle around your house a little bit, get your attention, which is a good thing. And I leave those there. I don't ever take them out unless they were an asshole when they were real life. They're good to have around. Okay, so with that, he's leaving. He's got snow skis. I don't know where the heck it's snowing. I don't know what part of the country you live in. I'm in Kansas and it's 70 degrees today in December. And it's not snowing here. So I don't know what he's got the poles and everything. Maybe he used to like to snow ski. Maybe you're thinking about going snow skiing. Maybe you live in the mountains where it's snowing. Not sure what he's referring to. Anyway, with that, he's skiing away. He's got the goggles and everything. Now that he's good, he's good. He's, if you want to say healthy, happy. We don't have this body anymore, so it's a different kind of healthy. He's sending you love as he's skiing away. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.